Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Martinsville Speedway here in Martinsville, Virginia. We are here for the 15th event of the season in the Turkey Hill Truck Series Season number 8 tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the Old Dominion 250, the first race of December on the channel. It's already December. Time just flies now. I don't know anymore. But, hey, we're here. Only 4 races left to go here in this Turkey Hill Truck Series season. Definitely excited for this one. Another short track and a very good opportunity for a wild card win out of one of these drivers. Of course, the championship tightened up a little bit after our last race at the Chicagoland Speedway. Sebastian Kukulon had his issue in that one. He's now only 28 points ahead of Laura Chung. And Ryan Kinghart may also have a shot if things go his way. Only 58 points behind coming into this race. But all 3 of those drivers mentioned all have 10 top 10s on the year. So there's a good chance that they'll be running up front in this race. But another guy I think will be running up front here at the Martinsville Speedway, Nathan Stapleton, who won at IRP, actually won at Iowa, not at IRP. Definitely has had a very good short track program this season, and this is definitely something that I could see fitting right into his wheelhouse if he gets a good starting position here. But Nathan Stapleton, definitely a driver to watch out for in this race in particular. He just went up to 5th. This Thomas Troxel currently has the fastest time. Of course, Troxel won at Martinsville earlier this season. And tomorrow's race is going to be 63 laps, the most laps in any race so far this season, so definitely going to be excited to see how the length of this event will affect who gets the race victory. We'll also have a cycle of pit stops. We're going to try that. 45 lap fuel run roughly for tomorrow's event. Sebastian Kukulon fastest here in qualifying. He does not want to let it slip again. Of course, he had such a good run at Chicagoland, but had issues on the pit lane, and he does not want to lose out on that points lead any more than he has to with these last 4 races. Of course, you know Talladega's coming up on the schedule, so you want to get your points while you can, and Kukulon would love to head into Talladega with more than a race wins worth of points as the points lead. He's got this one in Las Vegas to go before we head to Talladega, but we'll have to see if he can pull it off. Nathan Stapleton, though, not surprised by this one at all. Gonna move up to that top position in the number 40 machine. Stapleton is definitely going to be a threat to win this race. They have a very, very good short track program. Of course, this is the last short track of the season for these guys. We got Las Vegas, Talladega, and Homestead to finish out the season here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Stapleton there in first. That's going to put Laura Chung in the 16 on the inside lane right behind Sebastian Kukulon, so that can get really interesting. Of course, I keep on doing this. That's Aaron Abel who's third, not Laura Chung. I keep on getting them confused. I can't tell the 16 and the 61 apart from each other. Aaron Abel is third quickest right now. Laura Chung in the 61 is all the way back in some position. 23rd. She is deep in the starting grid right here. That is not at all where she wants to be, especially with Kukulon looking to start where he is. Nicholas Samadillo going to third there in the 88 machine. And then the 24 of Noah Clifton there in 4th. Owen Miles is 5th. Then Aaron Abel has moved down to the 6th position. Evan Carlson is 7th. Zach Winkle is 8th. Ryan Durrani and Caleb Rose. The top 10 as the 44 of Juan Rodriguez has gone the 3rd. Wow. Rodriguez is so deep in the points I can't even see him on my screen. I only have the top 33 up. But Rodriguez, I think, is 36th and last in points. Memphis Fisher has gone to the 2nd position, and then Brian Webb has gone the 4th. A lot of movement going on up front, but it is still Nathan Stapleton up top in this qualifying round. We'll have to see what Stapleton can do in the race tomorrow, if he can in fact start on the pole position. This is definitely a tricky racetrack, especially if we get some yellow flags. It's a little difficult to maneuver around this place. Nathan Orman has gone the 3rd. Great run for Orman. We're seeing a lot of parity up front right here. And this is one track where aerodynamics pretty much mean nothing. I mean, there's a little bit of an effect with aerodynamics, but this is a driver's racetrack, and the driver ratings in particular are going to come into play. Eric Drew up to 2nd. A good run there for Eric Drew, and now Sebastian Kukulon is down in the 6th position on the outside lane. So this may not end up being the easiest race for Kukulon if he's going to start on the outside lane here. We'll just have to see how he ends up fitting in. So now goes Stapleton, Eric Drew, Memphis Fisher. Owen Miles is 4th. Then you have the 61 of Laura Chung. I keep on doing it. I can't get it straight. Hopefully, once we get to the Wawa Cup Series next year, I'll probably get Josh's team mixed up as I did when we did the Wawa Pro Series, because he's got the same cars, 28 and the 82. I could never remember who was who. Laura Chung's in the 61, and she is now 6th, and now she is looking to start ahead of Sebastian Kukulon. Brian Webb has taken the pole position away, at least provisionally, from Nathan Stapleton. How about that one for the number 1 truck of Brian Webb? That would definitely be an upset win if he could pull it off here at Martinsville. We could very well see an upset winner tomorrow night, the way things are going. Where 10 of the 14 races have been won either by Kukulon, Chung, or Kinghart. And then we've had Ali Yera, Nathan Stapleton, Shane Lake, and Thomas Troxel win the other 4 races that our top 3 drivers in points have not won this season. Kukulon is now in the 8th position on the outside lane. That is not a good place to be on the outside lane here in Martinsville. And the further back you go on that outside lane, the harder it's going to be to move up front. But it will be fun to see Kukulon attempt to move his way through the field here at Martinsville. He's going to have a good opportunity at doing so in tomorrow night's event. Let's see how other drivers are faring here. Looks like the times have kind of solidified up. Whoa, Laura Chung, no. She just moved up to the outside pole. That's good news for Stapleton. That puts the 40 machine on the inside lane in 3rd, and that's going to be a good place to be, especially with Brian Webb ahead of him. I don't know how strong Brian Webb's going to be here at Martinsville. Going to be interesting to see what he can do. I got to say, this whole ratings thing, it's been interesting. The thing I didn't like about it was that everyone was kind of stuck with the same ratings the whole season, but I think it's fascinating because then you get, upset picks like this, like Brian Webb, who, coming through the field, and it's a pleasant surprise to see it. I mean, we expect Laura Chung, Sebastian Kukulon, and Ryan Kinghart, who just went to the top of the board, to run well in these races. Kinghart has taken the pole away. And Kinghart knows he's got a shot here, and if he can just get some more points on Kukulon, he knows that Talladega's coming. That race is going to be the ultimate wild card, which will set up the finale on Christmas Day at Homestead. And Kinghart could have a good opportunity right here at possibly winning this championship if he can get this win tomorrow, now that he is on that top position. It puts Kukulon on the inside lane, though, in 9th. I don't think Kinghart's going to care too much about that. Kinghart looking to start first, Laura Chung in 3rd. Brian Webb looking on the outside pole now, and then it's Stapleton and Eric Drew, Memphis Fisher, Owen Miles, Nathan Orman, Sebastian Kukulon, and Caleb Rose, the top 10. So there's a very, very good chance Kinghart could go to victory lane tomorrow. Just think of all those other races. I mean, Texas in particular, because he wrecked out in that race. If he did not wreck out at Texas, he could easily be 2nd in the points right now and really in contention for this title, but that did not happen. So Kinghart and Brian Webb looking to share the front row. See the rest of the drivers back in there. So the top 3 guys in points all looking to start top 10 tomorrow night. And I think that is exactly how it's going to go. Tomorrow night's race is going to be interesting. I feel like we're going to see a little bit of attrition. We might see a few wrecks before we get to that cycle of pit stops, which I'm hoping the cycle is under caution. It's a very difficult place to go through a green flag cycle. But we've seen those pit stops really come into effect this season, especially for our top 3 drivers in points. And there's a good opportunity that things could go a little awry on that pit lane if these drivers are not careful. But this is going to be a fun race, especially with Kukulon there starting in 9th. So I think he's going to have a good opportunity at really moving his way through the field. But Ryan Kingard in the number 98 looking for his third win of the season. He got the race victory last night, or last weekend, I should say. Last Friday night at the Chicagoland Speedway. And now he's looking to start on the pole position here at the Old Dominion 250 at Martinsville. And he's going to have a very good opportunity getting the race victory starting from the top position. But he's got 63 laps to get around this place. And about 20 seconds a lap. It's going to take a little while to get through it tomorrow night, but we're looking forward to it on a Friday night in December. Chilly night in December. I can only assume that it's going to be chilly. It's chilly up here in Pennsylvania where I live. And we have similar climates, Virginia and Pennsylvania. At least my part of Pennsylvania has a similar climate to Virginia. Hey, Kingart gets the pole. Brian Webb, Laura Chung, Nathan Stapleton, Eric Drew, the top 5. Kukulon will start 9th on the inside lane. We do have a tie between Yera and Durrani. Yera obviously has a tiebreaker there. Evan Carlson and Juan Rodriguez tied. I think Carlson has the advantage on that one. Barely. Just barely over Juan Rodriguez, but Carlson will start ahead of Rodriguez in that position. And that is everyone. So it's going to be a fun night tomorrow night. 63 laps. Should have Andrew Miller in the booth with us once again. Join us for the Thanksgiving 500 Cup, actually last week, I should say, and looking to join us for this one, so I know he will have a lot of great insight, and looking forward to see how it all goes down tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on AG, the channel, the Old Dominion 250 and the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Congratulations to Ryan Kingart, and I will see you guys later.